Good morning. Happy Monday. We call it Money Monday. I don't know if you have a special name for Monday, but it is a Money Monday in May. I just got back from an incredible People Essentials. It was so great to be in front of our awesome clients and got so many questions, heard some testimonials. It was just awesome, but I'm excited to be back this week because got a lot of stuff to do this week. Hi, good morning. Good morning. You're taking that name, Money Monday. Take it. It is yours. You are so inspiring. Thank you. You know, the way you become inspiring is you do things that you don't want to do consistently over and over again until you become good at them. And ideally, you choose things that are valuable, that have intrinsic value. Because if you don't choose things that have intrinsic value to people and that are challenging to do, no one's inspired by you. Because if it was easy, literally anybody would do it if it was easy. Most people won't post on social media. Why? Because they don't feel like it, because they don't want to, because they have imposter syndrome. It's like, okay, I hear you, I understand. But the reason that I'm inspiring to you right now is because you're not on live promoting yourself, your business, your goals, your dreams. And if you did that, people would be inspired by you too, if you did it for long enough. You're probably not going to be inspired the first time. Hello, good morning. You're probably not going to be inspired the second time. Trust me, when I was doing this 5 years ago, people were not inspired. I was not inspiring yet because I hadn't done anything yet and there wasn't consistency. But you literally have to start at some place. And most of the time, you have to start way before you're ready, way before you're comfortable, way before you're good at it. What most people don't know about me is I was terrified of public speaking. I could not have done this, what I'm doing right now, talking to other people, like almost, well, it is stream of consciousness. I could not have done this 5 years ago. I didn't think I could have done this 4 years ago, to be honest with you, because I didn't trust my thoughts. My thoughts could not be formulated in my brain to come out my mouth. Like that wasn't, they would sound ridiculous. I'm dead serious. No way, what? I hear you, Jen. That was a real thing for me. I was terrified. And then you add on top of that the fact that my husband is a phenomenal public speaker. Phenomenal. So I had so much like imposter syndrome, rightfully so, because he was so good at it. It was like, no one wants to hear me. They'd rather hear my husband talk about business. Why would they want to listen to me? So the reason I'm inspiring today is because I've gotten over that. And because I've gotten over that, I have so much confidence. I have an incredible amount of confidence compared to where I was 5 years ago. And that's all because I did some things that were really uncomfortable. And I did those things over and over and over and over. And I did them and continued to do them while I was uncomfortable. Shoot, I can't remember how I blended this yesterday. I got real fancy with my makeup yesterday and I started using all these products that I haven't used in a very long time. But now I don't remember how to use them. I don't remember what blush I used. So if you want to be inspiring, think about the thing that terrifies you. Like, what is that for you? Maybe it is public speaking. Maybe it is putting yourself out there on social media. Maybe it's starting a business. Maybe it's hiring people. Maybe it's claiming that you want to make $1 million a year. I don't know what your thing is, but whatever your thing is, the only way that you become inspiring is if you do something that is uncomfortable, that most people aren't willing to do, that you want to do, that you want to be able to create. I feel like I put way too much of this on. And then you just keep chugging along doing that thing day in, day out until you get some success with it. This is going to get better, I promise. I promise it will get better. And that's how you become inspiring. Because I wasn't inspiring not many years ago. This wasn't like 15 years ago. I wasn't inspiring. Like, you would not have been inspired by me 4 years ago. I hadn't done anything yet. And that's the other thing, like, you really got to be honest with yourself. There's a reason that people shouldn't listen to you until you've created success. It's because you don't know what you're talking about. That's okay. Everybody at some point has to figure out what their angle is through becoming successful. So it's not a bad thing. You're just in the same process that every single person goes through when they're trying to create something. You don't know how to do it. You're figuring it out, but you can't give up in the process. That's the only thing you could do wrong. I'm now doing this totally wrong. I think I was supposed to let that dry longer. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. Anyway, here to answer questions. Put your questions in the chat. I haven't been paying attention for the last little bit because I got off on my inspiring thing. Also, I asked a group of business owners over this weekend, male business owners, to confirm or deny if it's hard to watch me put my makeup on. They all said yes. They all were like, yeah, as soon as I see your videos where you're putting your makeup on, I'm going to the next video. It's like, that is so interesting. The business owner also said the real reason that he asked a question was because he said, how do you give feedback to women in business? How do you give feedback to women in business? It was like the exact same way that you give feedback to men in business. You use a measurement, you have stats, you say, this is the target, this is where you're at, this is what you need to do in order to make up the difference between the two. I'm here to support you to get you to your goals. But you don't, for all of my male business owners, for all my male leaders who probably aren't watching this because you don't like watching me put my makeup on, the way you give women feedback is the same way that you give men feedback. You don't treat them any different. We have the majority of our leaders in our business are women. Women want feedback. Don't shy away from giving feedback just because you're uncomfortable with it. They deserve you getting over your inability to give them feedback. Just because you feel uncomfortable doesn't mean that you should hold somebody else back. That's going to be a little patchy. Dang it. I'll repeat myself. Just because you're uncomfortable doesn't mean that you should hold somebody else back in giving them feedback and helping them move forward in their career. I actually think women take feedback way better than men do. Hot take. I think the women that I've worked with are just more coachable than men. That's not to be sexist or to try to make my own gender sound superior. It's just, after leading hundreds and hundreds of people, it's just what I've seen. It's that men can be very defensive, whereas women are like, okay, understood, got it, what do I need to do, how do I do that, okay. I freaking love working with women. I love working with men too, but my women that are just ballers and kick ass and don't take shit from anybody, sign me up for working with them all day, every day. Okay. Sorry, I told you I was going to answer questions, and then I literally did not read a single question. Let me find a good one. Do you build teams by personality assessment or by gut feeling? I think personality assessments are really helpful as a way to give feedback. Here's why. the person filled out the assessment, right? So the team member, if they agree to the results, agree to what their strengths are, and then ideally they're also agreeing to their areas of opportunity. There's no personality assessment that says you are great at all things. There's always room for improvement in a personality assessment. And so what you do is you use the personality assessment. You don't allow it to be weaponized in your business. This is where I see a lot of people just do this incorrectly. I totally did that wrong. I see a lot of people do this incorrectly. They use personality assessments and then it becomes a weapon. It's like, well, my personality says that I'm an influencer and I don't like detail-oriented tasks, so you can't give me detail-oriented tasks. No, Sarah, that's not how this works. So sure, the assessment might have said, Sarah, you do not thrive with detail-oriented tasks. That's probably exactly what the assessment said. Okay, but Sarah, your job that you took working here was you choosing to be an accountant. Just because your personality assessment says that you are not great at tasks doesn't mean that you don't get to do your job. So how do you do your job while still being a great influencer, but recognizing that you aren't great at detail-oriented tasks? I would be crafting the role and my feedback around the fact that I know this person isn't going to be good at details with tasks. It's not that she can't be good in the role or he can't be good at the role. So it's a really easy tool to use for people to see what their blind spots are and to then coach them instead of you as the leader or the business owner having to come straight in and say, Sarah, you're not good with details. These are all of the ways that you're not good with details. Man, that's really bright. Hang tight. You're just helping that person see what their deficiencies are in a more agreeable way instead of you having to be the person that's pointing out that Sarah isn't good at XYZ. So I love using personality assessments as a tool to help me coach and give feedback. But if you're not skilled at using personality assessments, it's very easy for people. Maybe that's why it's patchy, probably because I'm just wiping this. I'm stepping up my makeup game, guys. I'm just trying to be better at it. But this is probably why it gets all patchy, because I'm rubbing it in and then taking the base makeup off. Interesting. I wonder how you put this on then. I'll try a different technique tomorrow. I went a little heavy on this side. I'm playing with this cream bronzer, contour. I don't really know the difference between the two. Anyway, so yes, love an assessment. We go through at our Leadership Essentials workshop our assessment and how we use it and how we leverage it in the coaching process for our team members, because, as I said, it can be a very, very effective tool. Okay, I'll get to more questions in just a second here. I'm not sure I'm getting better at this. I feel like I did good yesterday, maybe not so good today. Okay, scrolling. What book would you recommend for an aspiring leader? Well, I wrote a book called Teamwork, and it's the book that I wish I would have read when I was first getting team members, because I had read a lot of quote-unquote leadership books, but those leadership books were about theory, which is super important. Your mindset as a leader is one of the most important things. But I needed tactics when I actually had the team. I didn't need the theory anymore. I needed I'm hosting a one-on-one. What do I say in the one-on-one? What's the structure? How do you hold somebody accountable? How do you create clarity in their role? And so my book, if you go to cardinalventures.com/teamwork, you can get a free copy of my book, and it literally creates a system. It's not I'm going to pick and choose one-on-ones. I'll do those, but I'm not really interested in PPF planning. Like, no, it's a system. All of it works together to implement so that you actually create a culture and a team. And it's not just you're a good leader to this person because you have time, but you're a bad leader to this person and you're not creating something that scales around you. So highly, highly recommend my book, Teamwork. And again, you can get a free copy. I'll send you a free copy if you go to cartermeasures.com/teamwork. See, I'm trying this new like cream with the powder thing because supposedly it's better, but it just feels like a lot of makeup. Like a lot more makeup than I normally do. And your girl normally likes makeup. It just feels like a lot. Hi Natalie, I would love to know how to impact people at great scale if I'm in an industry that is very underground. I'm a former dominatrix that now mentors women of feminine dominance in a life. It doesn't finish your comment. I would love to know how to impact people at a great scale if I'm in an industry that is very underground. Well, why are you choosing an industry that's underground if you're trying to impact people at scale? Like you're acknowledging, shoot, I forgot to set this. Did I set this? Yes, I did. I just didn't wipe it off. You're acknowledging that you've already chosen something that's underground and yet you're trying to impact a lot of people. So either choose to do something different and choose a different industry, or recognize that you have chosen something that is going to limit your ability to impact more people. Okay, I'm scrolling back to the bottom. I got all sorts of caught up. How do you hire effectively enough to keep up with new clients without hurting customer service? How do you hire effectively enough to keep up with new clients without hurting customer service? We use $500,000 of revenue per employee. It's something that we go through in our books. It's something that we go through in our courses as to how to actually plan out your revenue and your hiring based on your growth needs, without hurting customer service. You commit to the customer. See, to me, when we hire or when we sell something and maybe we are not fully ready to execute on it, as soon as you properly sell and promote and keep selling and promoting, and you stay with your foot on the gas, you're able to afford the resources to help more customers. If you are a good business owner, if you are an ethical person, you will do right by your customer. As soon as somebody transacts with you, happens in our business all the time. As soon as somebody transacts with us, I'm like, okay, we have to make right by this person. It increases your commitment to figure out your customer service. It doesn't decrease your commitment. So continue to selling. You stay with your job being continuing to sell, continuing to promote, continuing to expand, because your commitment to the expansion is what allows your customers to be serviced, is what allows you to spend more time in resources, in investing in resources, more time in hiring people, in looking at technology in order to actually service customers better. Like, the creativity comes through the actual revenue that's being generated because you're staying focused on that. Never put together, I can't operationalize this product that I'm selling. Sell the product first. Always sell the product first. I am a huge believer that most people stop selling, stop promoting in order to figure out how to service something when they don't even have demand for the thing that they're selling. And so they prolong the process of knowing that they have a shitty product or a shitty idea because they spend all this time figuring out how they're going to service it instead of figuring out how to promote it. If your job in your business as the founder, as the CEO, is to grow your business, which it is, then you should be focused solely on how do you do that so that you can afford to hire either really smart people to help you with your new set of problems. But your first problem right now is that nobody's buying your stuff and that you don't have enough people to be able to support to be able to support your products. So you're the one doing it all. It's just, you have to think of it as, what is the new set of problems that I'm creating? You don't think about a problem that you're going to have in 5 months from now while you have a problem today, because you might never get to that problem in 5 months from now. Most people never get to the problem in 5 months from now. They make up problems that they don't have. And then they never get there, and they wonder why. I don't want to do that. Okay. Hi, good morning, happy Monday. How to attract top talent and retain at early stage profitable company but can't afford yet to pay $200K annually. Yeah, we didn't pay anybody $200K annually for quite some time. You talk about the vision, you share with them growth, you share with them the opportunity where you're going. You have very high expectations. You don't allow people in your environment who aren't goal-oriented, that aren't aligned with your mission. You don't make stupid decisions with hiring your family and friends who are half in, half out. Like, you commit to the business. You demonstrate that you are all in. And inspired people who want to go somewhere, people who want an opportunity, will follow you all day, every day. But if you're wishy-washy about it, if you make bad decisions with people that aren't committed, or you make decisions with about people, sorry guys, I just realized you're like not in my shot, who are like part-time working with you, early on, that's not the right move. You need people full-time. The people who are excited about your business and who are going to be responsible for helping you grow your business need to see that every single person on the team is pushing. It's all consuming. It's taken over their life to just grow this thing and to be great. And you live out your core values in that way. That's how we created opportunities for remarkable talent early on in our business. We were there, we were pushing on our business, we were excited about our business, we were, like, our team saw us. It wasn't just, oh, come work with us, we're a startup business and we want to grow. No, they saw us every single day, pushing, paying attention to details, showing up, caring, like it mattered to us. And so the more you show up like that, the more you can convince great people to come alongside you. Because most founders are not willing to push and are not willing to develop their teams and are not willing to come alongside them and really help. You win a lot of the talent game just through being that type of founder and thinking of it that it's your job to coach your team members. Like, it's literally your job to create an example and to create that environment where you're going to win, you want to win, you will stop at nothing in order to win. It's so undervalued, or so, I guess, more so it's just misunderstood by business owners. You wonder why you have shitty talent, but when I look at how often you're spending actually in your business or with your team members, it's very little. Well, why would somebody who's excited about growth and excited about doing something big actually want to work with you? They don't get any benefit from working with you. They don't learn anything. I have like a dot of mascara on my cheek. Dang it. It's already patchy, guys. I don't know what to do. Whatever. It's nice to be able to do these lives with you because I might be home alone. You're awesome too, Brad. Oh my gosh, this is totally backwards to how I'm thinking right now. Good. I love that for you. I love your makeup. Thank you. It's like a little bit of a hot mess. I'm home alone right now. Brandon's doing some very important work somewhere else. And so I just get to take my time with my makeup. Not really, I have to be at work in 15 minutes, but I feel like I get more one-on-one time with you guys right now. But I do kind of gotta wrap this up. Okay, KPIs, core values. Look at you. KPIs, PPF, core values, and people that have the same way like you. Couldn't have said it better myself. You're welcome for answering. Don't worry, it'll oxidize and blend naturally throughout the morning. Hallelujah. I needed to blend and oxidize throughout the morning because it's rough right now. All right, I have time for maybe like one more question, and then I gots to go. I read your book, Teamwork. Give me a second here. I just don't want to mess up the mascara, or the eyeliner, even though I kind of am. You know, whatever. I don't know why I do this last. Like, all the fallout gets all over, and then I get dark under eyes. And then I have this thing right here. I don't even know what to do with this. Okay, sorry. Back to you. By the way, read your book, Teamwork. It helped me a lot from creating mission, vision, core values, and introducing it to our team, understanding the employee cycle. Makes me so happy. It's literally why I do what I do. My next book is coming out real soon. It's coming out in 1 month from now. And it is officially on pre-order. The pre-order is insane because I'm throwing in 2 courses, which is ridiculous, about how to create metrics in your business, how to create a daily all-team meeting in your business, and how to duplicate yourself, like the actual process where I walk you through examples of me coaching our clients on where they should be spending their time in their $5 million business. One was a $5 and one was a $13 million business. It's gold. It's amazing. Plus, there's a bunch of other things in the pre-order that just make the pre-order ridiculous. So you should pre-order it. If you go to cardomentors.com/start the work, the course will be ready this week. It'll be hitting your inbox this week if you go and do that right now. cardomentors.com/start the work. I am beyond excited because I know Teamwork was so helpful because it was a system for people, and Start the Work is similar, but just for the operations of your business, for metrics, for creating incentive metrics. How do you do annual planning? How do you resource plan an organization that's growing? How do you set revenue targets? Like, that's the type of content that the new book has. And because some of those concepts are actually fairly difficult. Sorry, you guys have to look at my nose. Some of them are like difficult to put systems and processes around, which is why the book is so valuable, because I also am giving the resources for like our business's annual planning deck, our leadership team annual planning deck. So you can just take this stuff and use it instead of having to create it or just reading about, oh, you like go create this process. Like, I actually am giving the templates and the resources that we've spent thousands of hours perfecting and creating in our business that's gotten us from 0 in revenue 5 years ago to over 125 million in revenue just this year. The book is insane. The bonuses are insane. The resources are insane. And it's the same thing that I did with Teamwork for people, but the Start the Work is for your operations and really structuring the organization. So cardomentors.com/start the work. Appreciate you guys, rooting for you. Happy Money Monday, everybody.